Guys, I want to thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank you for being here all week this week. It's been a great week. Once again, my name is Joseph. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Friday morning now, almost Friday afternoon. Let's talk about what happened today. Again, I want to remind you guys here that everything we teach here is included with our membership course. This morning we began the day like we do every day. We had a great morning prep. We sat down, rolled up our sleeves, we planned all of our trades so we could then trade our plan. In my humble opinion, the best way to do this is to have a methodical way of starting our day. And that's exactly what we did today. Today's a Friday. And whenever we have a Friday, remember we always know Fridays are a little bit of a different animal. We always really like Fridays because Fridays tend to be very good to us. We tend to have some pretty good trading sessions on Fridays. Today was a little bit of a mixed bag. We have had some good opportunities today, but I think this has been a little bit less volume than we would have liked. I think we were spoiled on Wednesday and Thursday this week. We made over $1,000 twice in a row this week. Monday and Tuesday were a little bit sloppy, but boy, Wednesday, Thursday was very, very nice to us. So we came in this morning knowing today's a Friday. Got my checklist in hand. We reviewed our news. Our news this morning, we had early morning news. We had Chicago PMI at 9:45. Okay, had a pretty good morning overall, considering the fact that it felt like half the traders never showed up to work today. And it was kind of a variable being at the end of the month here. So as you can see here, going into the end of the month, we've had a great run. These last few weeks have been really good to us. Again, the beginning of the week was pretty slow, but the last few days of this week have really, really made up for it. And we had a great week last week with the Thanksgiving holiday. Alrighty? So we finished up the week here with a bang. And let's take a look at what we did today on the Russell. Now, the first thing we saw today when we opened up our charts on the Russell was we had a scanner that fired off. Now, our wave scanner, it scans the markets. It can scan thousands of markets at any given time. For example, here's my scanner set up on my market analyzer. So right now you can see here my scanner can be scanning for hundreds, thousands, as many markets as you can possibly load onto your computer. My scanner can be scanning for. And so this morning on the Russell, we got this signal. On the Russell, we get a signal for a sell order on a 55 range chart. So we open up our 55 range chart. The signal is staring us right in the face. All I have to do now is analyze the signal. It tells me exactly what my position size will be. It tells me where my stop will be. It also tells me where my target will be. So the scanner automates the entire process. Okay, not to be confused with our auto trader. This scanner is going to make sure that I have the proper position sizing. So I'm going to tell my computer I never want to risk more than 3% or 4%, and it will properly position size the trade for me. Then once the scanner gives me the trade, I then click up top here and I go to the trade module. That's right. There is a simple one click and we now have the trade module. So easy now. All I'm going to do is go in and press execute. It already knows my risk to reward. It already knows my position size. It already knows everything. It already knows everything. So really, really easy way to enter into the first trade of the morning here on the Russell. That is awesome, Phil. Congratulations. Congratulations. That is awesome. Never hurts to make money on that first live trade. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Nothing better than hearing members' success stories. So that was the first trade this morning on the Russell, and as you can see, we're still in that position right now. So the scanner makes it very easy for me to find trades, to take the trade, and to make sure that I don't take that trade outside of my risk tolerance. Right? That's the key. Now, in addition to that this morning, we also found ourselves in a very familiar position, which is inside the range from yesterday. So here's my 21 range chart now. This one's a little bit faster time frame. And what I want to direct your attention to here is the previous highs and previous lows. I'll mark that up in a yellow box for us. The yellow box will just illustrate this for you. Okay, so there's your previous highs and previous lows. Now we did go out and we found an ABCD, which you can see has been broken, and we're waiting for a profit target right now at 817 to be filled. What we did was we saw right away that we had this potential A, B, C, and then D pattern. Guys, what are the two things that we know about an ABCD? What are the two most important letters in the ABCD calculation? What are the two pivot points? What are the 2 points that are most important in an ABCD? It's the C and the D. When I get to the D point, that's when I'm ready to sell, because this, of course, being a bullish ABCD, bearish ABCD. Did I mention it's a Friday? This being a bearish ABCD, I'm going to sell at the D. The other key point, though, is the C point. See, when I violate the C point, sorry about that, when I violate the C point now we've got this price collapsing below us. So the C point now, almost just as important as a D. So if I go to D, I'm getting short for reversal at the highs. If I go below C, I'm getting short for now 2 reasons. What are the 2 reasons why I'm getting short on Russell below 820? And if you're wondering how long that's been on there, it's been on there since 9:30 this morning. We've been waiting for this short at 820 since 9:30 this morning. So like we always do, we always provide this information ahead of time so that everybody can participate. That way you're not frantically trying to get into this trade, shadow trading, while you're learning. This makes it really easy for anybody to come in and trade right along with me. So I provided you with the exact entry point on the trade. I provided you with the exact target on the trade. I also gave you guys here in real time the dynamic stop. You're going to trail your stop using these trigger lines. So now that I know that I got my trade short, again, 2 reasons. The first reason why we get short here is because of this previous high of day. The previous high of day, what do you notice about it? I noticed that we went above the previous high of day and then failed and came right back down. What does that mean for me, guys? That means that my previous highs have failed, my buyers have failed, and about 80% of the time, it's going to go all the way down to the previous low of day. If you've been with me in this trade room for more than a couple days, you have seen us make remarkable profit by using the previous highs and previous lows. It's one of my favorite and simplest trading strategies that we teach. Okay, go ahead and back test it on your own charts. You'll see what I'm talking about. So the first reason why we got short was because we failed at the previous high of day, and that tells me the buyers tried and whoop, failed. Now the statistical reliability says we're going all the way down to 812.3. It's just taking a little bit of time to get there right now. The second reason why we get short is because of the ABCD violation. Right? When I go up A to B, come down to C, we try to keep going higher and nope, fails. When it fails like this, it fails below the magic level, right? The bottom of that trigger zone. And once I get below the lower level of that trigger zone, that's my entry trigger. All right, so 2 reasons there why we got that short on the Russell. You could also say that, well, the scanner got short on a much slower time frame, so I'll use that as a directional clue. Scanner gets short on the slower time frame. Slower time frame tells me direction. I can then use that slower time frame now to plan my entries on a faster time frame using those multiple time frames. What do you think here? Are we going to get the 17 filled here, Ken? We've been extra patient here, Russell. 817 is the final target. Man, we've been in this trade for a while. I feel like Warren Buffett right now, buying and holding, or selling and holding, I should say. This will be a 25-tick winning trade, $250 in our pocket on the way out the door. The scanner right now is up 50 ticks in the scanner short. It's been a great Friday overall. Can't complain too much. We've had a great week so far. Had a little bit of a hangover from the Thanksgiving holiday. Wednesday, Thursday, we made our entire week on Wednesday, Thursday. And then here on Friday, trying to keep it all in our account with another winning day here. You too, Johnny. You too. My pleasure. All right. Now, we've got a couple more minutes for questions, so keep the questions coming in. I'm going to take that final target off at 817 with the rest of you guys and gals, and we're going to head to the weekend here.